Good morning. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. Did you want your brain to work for you instead of against you? It's important that you recognize some of the habit patterns that you live your life by. The way you wake up in the morning, the things you automatically do, how easily you get triggered into anger or jealousy. In order for your mind to allow what you want to experience, it's important to recognize some of the things that you do to sabotage your own results. And it's not your fault. It's wiring that needs to be rewired. You're running an old program in your subconscious mind that was installed by other people, installed by people who love you, who wanted the best for you, who wanted to keep you safe. So we don't want to rage against them or blame them or say it's my parents' and grandparents' society's fault that I turned out the way I did. It is what it is. Accept it and start to rewire that old programming. And that takes relaxation and a little bit of effort on your part. But I'm not talking about hard work, pushing, striving, and efforting. I'm talking about relaxing, allowing your central nervous system to calm down, and then decide. Everything is available to you. What do you want? Peace, joy, love? Are you feeling peaceful, joyful, and loving? The vibrational energy, the state of being that you are in, attracts back to you whatever energy that you're putting out into the universe. Did you wake up stressed and chaotic and grabbing for your cell phone? Or did you wake up and say, thank you? Thank you for a new day. Thank you for a safe place to live. Thank you for a brand new day that has never before been written, and I get to write this day. What would I do if I had the power to decide how this day was going to go? Calm, easy, flowing. It doesn't matter what my coworkers say or do or think. It doesn't matter if I started the day with jangled nerves. I can take a moment to breathe, to allow the universe to clear the path for me, to bring in something better. There was recently a terrible, forceful hurricane that swept through Jamaica and parts of Haiti and Cuba. And as devastating as it was, now people have the opportunity to rebuild, to build something better, to build something more beautiful, to build something they desire. Yes, it's going to take money and work and time and effort. But if you're making supper, you don't stop in the middle of it and say, "Oh, this is never going to happen." If you're baking a cake, you know that there are steps involved And sometimes your kitchen looks like a disaster in the middle of it before the beautiful finished product is ready. And then when the beautiful finished product is ready, you might still have a big mess to clean up. That's how life works. You decide that you want something and you take steps to go after it. There is a process. Sometimes there's a big mess. Sometimes when you're in the middle of going after what you really truly want, it's so easy to give up because it feels different, hard. If it feels different, that's good. You want to keep going. If it's hard, that's because it's meant for you. And if it was easy, everyone would do it. And if it was easy, you wouldn't appreciate your results. I want you to take a deep breath in and let go of the how and think about something that you've already created or done that you are so proud of. Maybe you've built something, a business, a company, a home. Maybe you've built a program for people or designed a home, designed a kitchen renovation, painted a painting, decorated your own home the way you want it to be. Look around. What are you proud of? That came with effort, that came with hard work, but it came from love, from building what you wanted. You know, you can imagine whatever you want, and as you add emotion to it, it plays out in your life. So if you're afraid of something, if you're worried, if you're focusing on lack, limitation, debt, or what's going on that you don't like, you add emotion to it and it becomes a bigger experience in your life. If you're having trouble with coworkers, the more you focus on what they're doing, the more they drive you crazy. Let them go, cut the string, and focus on what can you control. You can control your breathing. You can control your thoughts. You can control your feelings. But it takes paying attention to what you're doing, what you're saying, what you're thinking, and starting your day with the intention to move with ease and flow, with quiet grace, with putting your energy into what do you want to build. Other people might think you're crazy. Let them. We have examples all over the centuries of people who built things that the world said they were crazy until it happened. Electric light bulbs, airplanes, motorized vehicles, cell phones, electric can openers, whatever you can think of. Someone someone thought of that first and decided to make the world different. What do you want to make different, better, nicer, easier? It's going to take putting yourself in that space of what it's like to already be done, to decide what you really want. In Neville Goddard's book, The Power of Awareness, chapter 12 is about subjective control. Your conscious mind is objective. It can look at things and decide, I don't want this. I prefer that instead. But your subjective mind, your subconscious mind, is what's taking action all the time without you even thinking about what you're doing. How do you automatically run your day, drive to work without even thinking about every detail? Your subjective mind is automatically reacting to your outside world. What if you decided you're going to use repetition to reprogram your subconscious mind to go after what you really want? And that's what it takes, repetition. Repetition of beautiful new information regularly practiced, because you've so regularly practiced the way you are, the way you react, the way you do things, that it's just automatic. So in order to change your results, you want to decide where you want to go, who you want to be, what you want to do, and pretend you're already there. Practice in your mind. Rehearse it like an actor rehearses their role so that it just comes naturally. And in The Power of Awareness, Neville Goddard says, your imagination is able to do all that you ask in proportion to the degree of your attention. What are you practicing? What are you giving your attention to? Stop giving your attention to your negative coworkers, to people who told you you can't do something, to former partners that didn't believe in you. What do you really want? Neville Goddard says, all progress, all fulfillment of desire depend upon the control and concentration of your attention. Attention may be either attracted from within or directed from, retracted from without or directed from within. So what's getting your attention? When you're focused on the outside world and your attention is attracted from without, you're buying into what already is, what has been. You want to direct your attention from inside. What do you want? You can't live in peace if you're focused on all the craziness that's going on around you in the outside world. Your state of being can only be in one direction or the other. Neville says, attention is attracted from without when you are consciously occupied with the external impressions of the immediate present. When you're letting the outside world control your emotions, your thinking, your actions or reactions. He says the very lines of this page are attracting your attention from without. Your attention is directed from within when you deliberately choose what you will be preoccupied with mentally. It's obvious that in the objective world, your attention is not only attracted by, but it is constantly directed to external impressions. But your control in the subjective state is almost non-existent. For in this state, attention is usually the servant and not the master, the passenger and not the navigator of your world. There is an enormous difference between attention directed objectively and attention directed subjectively. And the capacity to change your future depends on you directing your attention subjectively. Your subconscious mind. When you are able to control the movements of your attention in the subjective world, you can modify or alter your life as you please. But this control cannot be achieved if you allow your attention to be attracted constantly from without. Stop giving your attention to everything around you. Let other people live their life and let it have no effect on grabbing your attention. Control of your inner world cannot be achieved if you allow your attention to constantly be attracted from what's going on around you, from the without. What's the remedy? Neville Goddard says, each day, set yourself the task of deliberately withdrawing your attention from the objective world and of focusing on it subjectively. In other words, concentrate on those thoughts or moods which you deliberately determine. Then those things that now restrict you will fade, they'll drop away. The day you achieve control of the movements of your attention in the subjective world, you are master of your fate. You will no longer accept the dominance of outside conditions or circumstances. You will not accept life on the basis of the world without. Having achieved control of the movements of your attention and having discovered the mystery hid from the ages that Christ in you is your imagination, you will assert the supremacy of imagination and put all things in subjection to it. That's pretty powerful. What does it take to control your inner world? Well, first of all, it takes setting aside at least 5 minutes. Maybe start with 1 or 2 minutes and build up. Some people can do this for half an hour. But if you say, I don't even have 2 minutes to sit still and tap into that universal power, that God energy that can sweep away my enemies and bring in what I do want, focus your attention on what's it going to be like when you have your heart's desire. Love, peace, financial wealth, living the ideal life in peace and harmony, a strong, healthy body, whatever you want. What would your state of being be if that was your experience right now? If you're in a place where you can close your eyes, please take a moment to decide, what do you want? Maybe you've rejected it before because you thought it was too much, too big, you're not worthy. Maybe it seems impossible. Nothing is impossible with God. And you don't have to believe in religion. What is your higher power, your calling, the universal intelligence? When you believe that there is a higher power, that there is someone orchestrating everything in this life and always has been and always will be, infinite, infinite power, infinite divine love, infinite possibilities, then whatever you desire is not only possible, you're the only one holding it back. When you allow that to be expressed through you, you can create whatever it is you desire. You must decide what you want and get into the feeling that it's already yours, into the energetic frequency that you would be feeling if that was already in your physical experience. It's yours. Claim it, feel it. Take the time for 3 deep breaths in and out to allow your central nervous system to relax, to slow down, to get into the ease and flow, the well-being of creation. As you practice allowing yourself to tap into universal energy that creates worlds, you start to get creative ideas. Visualize yourself already being who you want to be, what you want to do, how you want to live your life. How does it feel now that you have a clear picture in your mind, something you truly desire? When you do this regularly, repeatedly, over and over and over, the universe starts to give you ideas. Ideas flow into your experience. Ideas flow into your beautiful conscious mind, and you write them down and take action on them. As you start to act differently, as you start to do things that you're uncomfortable doing, you might be worried about what other people are going to think about you. You might be worried that people are going to criticize you. Don't worry about what other people think or say or do. You focus on you. Where is your energy going? What are you paying attention to? Are you feeling peaceful? Are you feeling joyful? When you fill yourself up with love, peace, joy, prosperity in every area, when you feel abundantly blessed, it doesn't matter how much money you have, it doesn't matter what task you have in front of you, everything flows with ease when you allow it to. Notice the times that you say, "This is so hard, I'm exhausted." Everything is a challenge that takes down your energy, and it feels like you're climbing a mountain. When you might think about the times that you felt like you were whistling while you worked, you were skipping down the road. Life was fun and easy. That's because you were in the flow. When you're in the flow, things run smoothly. Tasks seem effortless. You can focus on ease and flow and allow that to be your day. Allow ideas to flow into your mind. Say thank you to the universe. Appreciate what you already have. Appreciate what you've already created in your life. Send love to 3 people who bother you and ask for guidance for the day. Whether you talk to a higher being or you're believing in universal intelligence, the God of your understanding, allow that powerful energy to flow into your mind. Don't block it by asking, how is this going to happen? Just be light and easy. Focus your attention on ease and flow. Don't focus so hard on the outcome, but allowing it to be what you desire or even better. Don't allow the dominance of the outside conditions and circumstances to overtake you. Take a deep breath in. Say, thank you, thank you, thank you. I have a brand new day that has never before been written. I will allow it to be effortless. Whatever you want is on its way to you. Don't worry about the how. Just say thank you. Thank you for my life. Thank you for ideas that come easily and effortlessly. Thank you for co-creating my life. I am creating my life the way I want it to be. Create a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. Enjoy your day. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 7. Thank you.